Hello, fabulous superstar Aries. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of June 2018. Looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing month it is. We do have important lunar activity, of course, but the larger, more important trend and transit really is, of course, the fact that this is the month that your ruling planet will go retrograde right around the 26th of June, give or take a day or two on either side, depending on where you are on the planet. But this is going to be a shift that you will feel. Your energy will start to become more reflective in important ways. And at the same time, you will be considering what it is that motivates you, what it is that drives you, especially in relation to others and with people that you are already connected to at that. But of course, for you, I'm actually going to start with love. Normally, I like to get to that a little bit later, but I'm going to start with that because when you've got Mars going retrograde in a part of the sky, regardless of what part of the sky it is, well, ultimately what that says is there is a part of you that is finding that where it was that you felt very drawn to somebody, where it was that you felt very connected to somebody, even attracted to somebody, this is where it feels that much harder to necessarily let go. At the same time, in the second half of the month, Venus is going to enter into a super flirty and very fun part of your sky as well. And so you put them together and it looks like you will be determined to enjoy your life and enjoy yourself, regardless if you're with somebody or you're open to meeting someone new. This is going to be a part of you desiring romance and more open to moments of flirtation than you might otherwise be. However, if you are someone who is open to meeting someone new, keep an eye out, keep in mind that this can start a trend now and for the next 2 months where you find yourself drawn to the past or wanting to resolve the past, especially with somebody that maybe there was a connection with, possibly a passionate connection with, not necessarily a relationship with, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. And if you are in an established bond, well, this can be a very important time indeed where you start to understand deeper issues of where is it that other people fit into your relationship and where is it maybe that there needs to be some healthy separation between what's happening with your friends and what's happening at home with your partner. So now let's move on to other areas of life and the things going on. Well, in the middle of the month, we are going to have a new moon, and this new moon is happening in a very talkative part of your chart. I'm really excited about this for you actually, because I feel like your mind is going to feel, on the one hand, like you want it to wake up, like you want it to be more engaged, that there's more to learn and a curiosity, if you will. But at the same time, this particular new moon is speaking with Neptune in a conversation of some tension. And what that tells me is it may feel like you've dipped back into Mercury retrograde for just a moment, even though Mercury is not retrograde, okay? Now, all of us may feel some of this with this Gemini energy, this Gemini new moon, but speaking with Neptune, well, all of us may feel that a little bit around this new moon, but for you, it becomes that much more likely given that this new moon is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with mind and learning and communication. So miscommunications possible at this time, and it can lend itself to some interesting stories, but also keep in mind that you're not just hearing what it is that you want to hear, that it isn't just about you sort of having this sense and filling in blanks, but rather you are getting as clear information as possible. Now, at the same time, this part of the sky has to do with your siblings, cousins, and neighbors. Now, this can be a time when it feels like either they're asking you to be more present with them, but it's taking a lot of your energy, or it is that you feel you need to be present with them, but not necessarily sure what the best way is to be and to actually fulfill that desire for presence, for helping even as well. Now, ultimately, the key to remember with this is, of course, you want to be as engaged as feels right for you, and you want to be as helpful as feels right to you. But practicing self-care at this time can also be very valuable indeed. On the other hand, because of that Neptune connection, I must say that this can be a time of some mixed messages with one of these particular people. And it is also possible that maybe the information being shared is not accurate. Now, sometimes that's not intentional, it just happens. But sometimes it is an intentional thing. And that is something that you need to at least be a little bit mindful of, that can happen. And yet, you will be okay. And yet ultimately this is part of learning about each other and these various relationships that we have. As we move to the second part of the month, late in the month, we are going to have a full moon. This full moon is happening at the very top of your sky. Now, I'm really excited about this for you. It is happening hand in hand with Saturn. And the thing is, Saturn really likes being in this part of the sky, or rather in the sign of Capricorn. And so, whereas sometimes Saturn, especially meeting a full moon, can represent some sense of restriction, I don't think that's going to be the case here. In fact, I think the most likely scenario is that this is going to be a time of some reward, of some gain, of some completion as well. But these are going to be gains that are well earned based on what you've proven, based on the time that you've put in, based on the authority and the expertise that you have demonstrated. And so this absolutely can be a time of change, but also change that secures your future as well. Now, for some of you, it may be that you start to sense that it really is time to allow one situation, one professional career related situation to come to a close, and a healthy close at that, but it looks like you are leaving on very high ground. But that is, of course, if that's what it is that you want, and that what it is that you are looking forward to. I'm not seeing any surprises around this particular full moon. It's not a surprising energy. It's not like everything is okay and then it's not. No, that's not what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is that ultimately what develops at this time moves you towards not only greater stability, but also greater respect and greater authority in your own right as well. Some of you are going to use this energy where it comes to aligning with the sense of your life purpose. And more importantly, this can be a powerful time where you glimpse your destiny and you glimpse a sense of a legacy that you are leaving. And there's a sense of pride that comes from knowing that you actually followed through and you have something that others can benefit from. What I love about this month for you, well, look, it's got to be that Venus moving through that very fun and flirty part of the sky, because that part of the sky also has to do with heart as well. It has to do with you being a big kid. And so as much as, yes, we've got this serious career energy and we've got this Mars retrograde, but look, at the same time, you are enjoying your life and you are cultivating authentic happiness. And at the end of the day, that really is a big part of what life is about. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week by logging on to astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expanded, exclusive video scopes every week. They get unlimited access to special horoscopes and so much more. All of this in the superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.